Hello and welcome to my Visual Arts Community Unit. Just want to take a couple minutes to show you around a little bit so you know what we're doing, where we're going, help you with the website. This is a unit that I created consisting of 3 lesson plans made for 2nd grade students. I have the Ohio content standards listed here for both social studies and the visual arts. As a visual arts teacher, I always try to incorporate some sort of other content area, be it social studies, math, language arts, what have you, just to further enrich the students' knowledge. As you cursor down more, you'll find the 3 lessons: historical portraits, pointillism park, and group community block, that are included in this unit. Finally, as a peer review, if you could please click on that and go to that link, and that will help me out to know how I can improve my lessons or improve this website. If at any time you want to move to a different page, you don't have to come back to this home page. You can go to the navigator over here. You can click on the group community block and all the other lessons. So let's start with our historical portraits. You'll need to click on the words, not the picture. This is some student examples here. And the historical portrait lesson talks about Gilbert Stuart and his painting of George Washington. I have a PowerPoint embedded with SlideShare into this lesson plan. Of course, you could always make it bigger, but this is what I do to start pretty much any lesson I do anymore. I use my computer, my LCD projector, and I show the artwork. Love being able to just put it up on that screen. So we talk about the presidents, we talk about who they are, what they do, President Barack Obama, and then we take it way back to George Washington, talk about Gilbert Stuart, portrait paintings, the important items that you would see here: eyes, nose, mouth, hair, because this is 2nd graders, you got to keep it basic. And then we talk about Ohio and the 8 presidents that are from Ohio to help incorporate those items that they need to know for their standards. I have some example of student portraits here and talk to the students again about how to make an eyes. I would even maybe do some drawings right there on the board. Nose, mouth, eyes are football shapes, not circle shapes. Make sure you include the hair and ask them to pick a president that they're going to want to draw. It doesn't have to be exactly, of course, we never copy an art class, but this is just something to give you inspiration. You're not going to copy any one of the other paintings that you saw. If time allows and the computer lab is available, I found a great game at the Metropolitan Museum of Art just to talk about Gilbert Stuart a little bit more and how to make faces. They can explore a little bit. Of course, I stress that they need to stay within this game. We're not going to go anywhere else on the website. And let's take it back to our wiki then. Once they get back to the art room, of course, that whole first day is probably going to be spent on the technology aspect and the introduction. Then the next day, they're going to start drawing with pencil first, pick a president, and color with crayon. The rubric for this lesson is found at this link. I used Ruberstar to create my rubrics. And at Southwest City Schools, everything's on a 4-point system. So that's how I made my rubric, on that same 4-point system. Then we're going to move on to our next lesson, which can be found again over here on the navigator, Pointillism Park. Pointillism Park is a study with George Seurat and the island of La Grande Château. Always a favorite, definitely something that the students need to learn about before they leave elementary school. And so this one begins with a Prezi, also embedded into this wiki, so you don't need to go out on any further websites. Talks about pointillism. I love how it zooms in and out like that, keeps the students' attention. Talks about blending colors to make how he made the dots and blended the colors. Many tiny dots create those colors. Zooms in a little bit and then shows them now they need to create their own pointillism park. This is something where they're going to draw with pencil first. They're going to be inspired by George Seurat's painting. We never copy George Seurat's painting. We're just inspired by that. Create your own park. Color it with crayon, just the people. And then we're going to use pointillism paint dots to paint the grass, the trees, the sky, and I'll do a little bit of modeling to show them how to do that. And again, the rubric is found here for the pointillism park. So let's move on to our last lesson, which is the group community block. This is a lesson that looks at Romare Bearden's artwork, also talks about a couple other different artists. I originally did this lesson at the beginning this year, and I've done it many times. So you can look and you can see how I did it this year without technology. I've revamped the lesson, added 21st century knowledge that I gained in this class. So I added technology. I also added a sense of group, working together in a group. I uploaded the PowerPoint to Google Docs, which you can find clicked on here. Not as excited with Google Docs as I was with SlideShare. I like SlideShare a lot better because it was just instantly. Of course, you can't edit with SlideShare, but I'm still waiting for this to download. But you can click on that and take some time and look around at it. Secondly, I had produced an Animoto. Again, I felt a little inhibited by this one because I only could do 30 seconds or else they were going to make me pay. So if you click on that, you can see the Animoto that I made, and it shows the students' different artwork. And I thought that was something that was fun to kind of grab their attention. And you can talk to them about, let me see if I can zoom in on any of this artwork. You can talk to them about making the people, how to make the people. For this lesson, we're not going to do it exactly like this. We're going to make those buildings, make those people, but we're going to put it on a big cardboard box, and it's going to become a group project, a block. If Top Allows in the computer lab is available, there is also a game at that Metropolitan Museum of Art about Romare Bearden, and you can look and listen, things to do, look closely, learn about him and his work, which is always wonderful. And finally, the rubric for this lesson is found there. And I stress to the students about how to make a collage, cutting, gluing, and I do a little bit of modeling where I show how to create a collage in a nice, good craftsmanship type manner. And then finally, if you would please go to the peer input section of this wiki, I have embedded a short question section for you. And then if you would fill that out and just click submit, all the answers will go to me, and that will help me to improve on this wiki and improve on these lessons, because as artists and teachers, you know, we are always looking to improve. Of course, if you ever want to go back to that homepage, it can be found here at the Navigator Visual Arts Community Unit. And I thank you for visiting.